Hello everyone and welcome to Creating with Class. That's Crafty Lessons in Simple Steps with Linda Word. Hi, I'm Linda and today I'm going to be sharing with you something brand new that I've never done before, and I thought I would share it and see if anyone else might be inspired to do the same. I've always used some type of organizer or planner throughout different phases of my life. I am or has been a teacher, so I always used a planner for teaching, figuring out all my classes and everything I'm going to be teaching every day, and had it all color coded, and that worked great when I was teaching. And this is Erin Condren brand. Absolutely love their school and teacher planners. But I recently left the classroom and now have my own consulting business for education purposes. And so this planner doesn't work for me. So I liked Erin Condren, so I stuck with that. And last year I tried the Life Planner, and unfortunately, that didn't work for me either. You notice there's a lot of empty pages, so it kind of didn't work out well. I made my own stickers with my Cricut, and I really thought that would get me going and keep me on track, but it still didn't help me plan out everything that I needed to do. It just was too structured, and it didn't work with my business now and my professional life and my personal life. So I've decided this year I'm going to try bullet journaling. My daughter has done a bullet journal in the past, and my girlfriend also does a bullet journal. So I thought, let me try that. And the appeal to me was that you create it on the go and you customize it to whatever you need. So for this year, I'm going to try bullet journaling. And this is a small dotted journal blank by Artist Loft, which I got at Michael's. And I watched many YouTube videos, and I'll put links down below of people who've inspired me, or I've actually gotten motivated by different ways they've done it. But this is very different because, once again, most of the people that I've been watching who are doing bullet journaling are doing it for personal feelings, tracking goals, and things like that. And I'm going to be using it kind of for how to organize all of the different things that I'm doing in my life right now. So I'm just going to walk you through it and show you how I've set it up. And once again, I will have a link down below in the section below this video to let you know the different sources that I got my inspiration from in order to put together my bullet journal for this year. First, I have my table of contents in the front that lets you know where you can find different things, and I keep adding to that as I keep adding things to my journal. I then started with a review of the previous year. The fact that I haven't had a journal before, I wanted to start this one by reflecting back on the year 2021 with my business. So I just did a little bit with decorating and pulling up different things. I had a challenge in my Facebook group, so I wanted to remember all the different words of inspiration that I shared with my group for the whole year. Then I went ahead and looked at my stats for my Facebook and for my YouTube channel, and decided to put those in there to reflect back, and then started my 2022 section of my journal. I started off with goals, and I am going to have separate goals in here, those for education, those for professional, these for business, personal. So I'm going to have different categories under here when I come up with my goals, which I guess I need to get to since we're already in January. Then I have my future log here, and I put lined paper underneath to help me with writing them out. And then I made little tabs in between here. So I have January through April here, May through August, September through December. So for those who aren't familiar with a future log, it's basically looking at your whole year. And if, like, for instance, I'm going to be putting birthdays in here or special occasions that I absolutely know are happening, so I don't have to wait till I create that month in my bullet journal. So February, I have my daughter's graduation. March, I have my other daughter's bridal shower. May, I have her wedding. So I can go ahead and put those things in here now, and so I will know by just looking here into the future what I have planned. Next, I have things to check out section. So every once in a while, I'll go, oh, I should really look into that, or, oh, there's a new Facebook group that I really like. I want to check it out, follow it, see whether I want to join or not. YouTube subscribers that I'm interested in following, might scribble those down. Different websites that I use for my educational consulting business. Different Instagram people that I would like to follow. products that constantly come up that I would like to be able to use in my crafting or in my education business, and then different webinars. This could be ones that I'm interested in attending, or it also are some webinars that might be upcoming that I'm the actual presenter for. And I put this down here that I can write extra notes or comments if I completed something or I didn't like something. I can write it here. I can put more notes to talk a little bit more about what I've bulleted here. Next, I have a wish list and a gift list. And I don't know about you, but there's plenty of times, my kids will ask, hey mom, what do you want for your birthday? Or what do you want for Mother's Day? And I can never come up with anything. So I've decided that I'm just going to keep an ongoing list when I see something that I don't buy for myself, but I kind of go, you know what, I'd like that. So I'm going to start jotting them down or putting a picture here. And on this side, I'm going to start tracking anything that I purchased and now have held on to give as a gift in the future. I have a tendency to buy things all year round when I'm thinking of the person, and then when it comes time to actually give the gift, I can't remember what I bought or where I put it. So those are going to be listed here on the gift list side. Next, I have just a brainstorming page for my business. So this is kind of where I'm just going to brain dump everything and put down whether it be a presentation ideas or topics that I want to do, or on this side it could be a craft project that I'm thinking of doing and posting in my Facebook group, or creating a video for my YouTube channel. This is probably because I'm tired of trying to remember my passwords for different things. I know there's all these digital things out there that you can use, but I'm the type that would like it written down as I can refer to it. And I know a lot of websites and places where you log in, you have to change the login every 60 or 90 days. So I'm just going to make an ongoing list of things like for when I use Canva or I use Kahoot or things like that, educational logins that are very different from my personal logins. So I just wanted a page that I could jot those down. Next, I have a highlight reel for 2022, and each month I'm just going to put one picture that kind of makes me remember that month in particular for something that might be a place I went or something I did. So, I started off the new year toasting the new year, so I have that in for January, and then I have a little holder places that I have sketched out for the rest of the year. So just going to have a reflection look back for the year 2022 at the end. And then I go ahead and I start my first month, which is January. So I know a lot of bullet journalists use habit trackers, and I really am not interested in tracking a habit in particular, but I want to be held accountable on things that I must do. So it isn't like I'm tracking to see a pattern. It's more of, you must do this today, and I'm making myself accountable by putting it in here. So I recently broke my ankle and I have to go to physical therapy, and then I must do exercises at home 3 times a day. So each day I'm going to put a square. There should be 3 squares in there drawn that for me to do my therapy each day. I just started some medication, and I want the reminder that I absolutely have to remember to take it. So when I do for the day, I'm going to put a triangle. And then I also started using a CPAP machine that I have to keep track of how many hours I use it each day. So I'm going to be putting that in there. So it's tracking an activity, but not necessarily. Most of the trackers I've seen out there is you complete it and you check it off in a box. I had to have multiples. I needed to have 3 spots to check off for this, and this wasn't an actual X or a check off. I'm actually going to be putting a number in. So I thought this would be a little bit better for me and my personal use rather than the traditional trackers. And there was a video that I watched that had 10 or different types of habit trackers, and it still didn't work for what I needed. So I just went ahead and created this. Then I have my different weekly things for the month of January. I decided that I was just going to put events here on above the line, and then my tasks. And here's my key for my tasks. Each task I need to do will be a dot. As I complete it, it'll be an X. And then if I don't get it done and I need to push it forward to the next month in February, there'll be an arrow. If I didn't do it, but yet it's not going to get done in February, it might be done maybe 2 or 3 months from now, I'll go back to my future log, and I will go ahead and put it in my future log back here and say, okay, I need to do that in April. So if I need to do that, there'll be a arrow going the other way. If the task itself got canceled, I'm just going to draw a line through it, and if it's really important, I'll use my asterisk. So I have my little key here, and then I like this way rather than the traditional types of planners that I've used in the past that are weekly, which are horizontal like this. I decided to go ahead and do it this way so I can make actual lists. I think that's a little bit easier for me to follow and be accountable for. So I went ahead and followed this fireworks theme, which was inspired Amanda Rach Lee and her video channel. And I went ahead and did all of January. And then when I'm done with that, I will go ahead and start February and share that with you. So this is my bullet journal, and I will share each month what my layout is for each preceding month. And just to show you some of the supplies I used, in case you're wondering, for the book itself, it's like I said, it's Artist Loft bullet journal, dotted bullet journal that I got at Michael's. You'll notice I used some washi tape. So the washi tape that I used is Recollections brand. And I can't remember if I think I got this at Michael's or Joann's. For writing in my journal, I used these pens. They're called Pen Gear. I got those at Walmart. These are Uniball gel pens that I got in the metallics and the white because I was doing that theme for this month. And then for most of my bold type of documentation in my journal, I got this Pitt Artist pen. That's really great. And this particular one is a 1.5 tip. Eraser. A small ruler to help me line things up. And then for my adhesive, I used the Tombow Extreme permanent adhesive. But if you notice some of the things I put in there, they kind of look like stickers. And for Christmas, I got a PoooliPrint thermal printer that you can print directly from your phone, and they have an app. And so the things you saw throughout my journal, like these, all these here, all the titles and stuff, were all done using my PoooliPrint thermal printer. Absolutely love it, fell in love with it. I've been using it for printing out pictures. So for instance, this picture was printed out with this. Any of the images, you'll see some are a little bit shiny, so they have see-through type of paper, they have white paper, they have sticker paper. I just ordered some blue, pink, and yellow, so you'll probably see more colors coming forward in the next month or so. So this is my new toy that I got for Christmas for my daughter, and I'm having a blast with it. So if you're like me and you're not 100% thrilled with your drawings or your writing, you can always use a little printer. And I designed most everything either using the app that came on the phone or in Cricut Design Space, and then just did a screenshot and sent it to my printer. So hope you enjoyed learning about my bullet journal, and maybe it will inspire you to try something that you might not have done before, or maybe an organizer that really hasn't worked for you in the past. Maybe you might want to try this because you can customize it and make it work for you. So if you'd like and you're interested, stop on down to the bottom of my video and look at the other video YouTubers that inspired me with my bullet journal. And if you'd like to stop back in next month, I will have February's bullet journal posting all ready for you. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great 2022.